Okay, and now we have our cylinder to work with. The box seems okay. The sphere seems okay. You know, there will be some pinching over here at the top anyway with the sphere. So let's go to see what's happening on that cylinder over here. Let's open the UV editor and let's see how we can make this a little bit better. And by better, what I mean is that if you notice, you know, the top is not that bad. The top placement of the UVs looks like the checker map is nicely distributed, so we're seeing squares. However, the bottom part, the side part, which is this part over here, seems to be very, very stretched. You see how any texture I put there, these rectangles are showing that it's going to be stretched out. So what I want to do is just with the either scale or form tool, start stretching it until I get squares. And there, I want to match, you know, visually try to match the, you know, the proportions of these squares with these squares too. Excellent. So now we have something that looks kind of okay. So I am going to put it down here, and if you notice now, my template is way back, you know, way out of the default area. Remember that you have to keep your UVs inside this darker square there, because that's what the default area where the texture will go. If you turn the texture on over here, you're gonna notice that that's where it goes. So let's select everything else, everything there, and with the tool selected, oops, sorry about that, let's just scale it so that it fits inside. And then I'm gonna look into the UV edit and into the viewport for guidance to make sure that everything, you know, looks kind of okay. Okay, I think that's okay. Make sure the edges are not out, and that's it. Excellent. If I need, I think the distribution is pretty decent, but if you needed to work on the scale, you can create a third material and rename it material checker material for cylinder, or cylinder checker material, and then use it for that and repeat it a few more times. Tile it, you know, the tiling option. So we created the primitives, we applied the UV maps and the checker material. So we are finished with all the setup that we needed to do. At this point, this is where you save your file, and also we need to retrieve our UV maps and also render a viewport render. So since we have them nicely aligned over here, make sure that you cover all the sides for the box and also for the cylinder, so that we can see the top and the bottom and the side. So once you have them and, you know, nicely placed over there, go rendering, render, and there is your viewport render. From there, you see this floppy disk icon here, save image, and just save your file, whatever you can retrieve it to upload it to the classroom. Make sure that you do JPEG over here, and then name over here, and save. Okay, and that's the viewport render. And then if you wanted to change the environment so that it's not black, so that it doesn't not compete with the checker test, go to rendering environment, and background color, set it to maybe a gray color over here. And let me show you what a difference that makes. Go rendering, render. You see how much of a difference it makes, because then you can the checkers, since they're black, they blend too much with the background, so they don't get lost. Okay. And the other thing you want to render is the UV template. So let's see here the one for the cylinder, with the cylinder selected on the Modify tab. Go to the Unwrap UV modifier and open the UV editor. And with the UVs already set up, just simply go Render, Tools, Render UV Template, and Render UV Template. And there is your UV template to upload to the classroom. So I hope this helps.